Name me any attacking talent in the football club that this manager hasn't ruined. Just give me one.
He made
one.
Bukayo Saka
Hasn't ruined. Yeah, one, just one.
Who made him? Who made him generational?
Are you talking of Kai Havertz? It's ruined. He can't do anything. Are you talking of Gabriel? It's totally ruined. Man has not even played. Brother Igal, what are you talking about? Brother Igal, please. Brother Igal, please. We have brains. Brother Igal, please. We have brains. Wait, Brother Igal, we have brains. Let's put this into perspective.
No, but your brain is clouded by something else.
No. Wait, Brother Igal. I ask you a simple question. Give me an attacking talent in this football club that this manager has developed or has turned him out to be something exceptional. Just give me one.
He was when he first walked in the building.
No, forget Saka. Saka is a generational player, and he was here before the manager came on. What are we talking about?
He made
Unai Emery gave him his Unai Emery made him what he is. What are we talking about? And he's a generational talent. Throw away Bukayo Saka.
He made him a better player.
Which attacking? No, brother Igal, you've not answered my question. Answer the question directly. Which attacking talent?
A better player.
Which attacking talent has Mikel
honest conversation. I refuse to have a dishonest conversation, Tony. If you do not acknowledge that he's made Bukayo Saka a better player and Kai Havertz a better player in their time at Arsenal, then we cannot have a genuine conversation. Yes.
Hold on, go on, Tony.
Kai Havertz, really?
Yeah. Has he not made him a better player than he was at Chelsea? Are you going to be dishonest?
Brother Igal, I mean,
is he better than what he was at Chelsea? Yes or no?
If you say Kai Havertz is at his peak, well done. If you're telling me right now, yeah,
did you not bag 16 Premier League goals?
Gabriel Jesus is at his peak.
Did you not get 20 plus
Good luck to you. If you're telling me that Gabriel Martinelli is at his peak, brother Igal,
I never mentioned
good
Martinelli.
Luck to you.
I did not mention Martinelli, by the way.
No, because if I say something, it becomes something
when
bad.
People are losing arguments, they start making shit up.
Ask you a simple question. Which of our attacking talents has this man developed?
I'm sorry, I can't have a conversation with somebody who's being disillusioned. You have your own issues with the manager, and you've made up your mind. To me, Tony, Arteta has definitely made Bukayo Saka a better player. He's made Ben White a better player. He's made Gabriel Magalhaes a better player. He's made Saliba a better player. He's made Kai Havertz a better player. He definitely made Granit Xhaka a better player before he left. You see the levels that Declan Rice has hit over the last couple of years, and you're sitting here telling me that he's not made anybody better. You're being dishonest.
No. I did not say that. Brother Igal, you have to be.
You started off the conversation by saying who has Arteta made better.
I said attacker. But the guy, you need to listen. No. I said attacker.
And I named two for you, and you still don't want to answer.
Kai Havertz, really? Are we really?
Kai Havertz has been better for Arsenal statistically than he was at Chelsea. That's a fact. Am I wrong? Look, he's given up. He doesn't want to acknowledge the truth.
No. If you say Kai Havertz is better,
what he was every year,
bro, this man doesn't know how to coach attacking talent. Call a spade, brother Igal. Call a spade a spade.
Call a spade a spade. You have an agenda against the manager, and you don't want to have a conversation.
But let's see what he does with Victor Gyökeres. If we keep using him in this same way that he's using him, I mean, he's not gonna bang in goals the way we need him to.
Okay, this manager doesn't know.
We need creativity. We need someone who's gonna create for Victor Gyökeres. And right now we're not getting it. When you talked about experimenting.
Let's make this clear. This manager,
brother, I heard you for quite long. Just listen to me. You talked about experimenting at Liverpool. You talked about experimenting at Liverpool. When you play with three defensive
midfielders. Tony, stop. One at a time. Gal go, then Tony go. One at a time.
In 2022-2023, we scored 88 goals in the Premier League. This manager doesn't know how to coach attacking talent. In 2023-2024, we scored how many? 91 goals. This manager doesn't know how to coach attacking talent. In last season, we had an injury crisis. Obviously, our attack fell off a cliff, but all of a sudden, he doesn't know how to coach an attack. When in the last 2 seasons before that, we scored 88 goals in the league, 91 goals in the league. You're talking shit, bro. If you want to say the attack has regressed last season, fair. But there was many reasons why that happened. One, Odegaard was injured, Saka was injured. Our attackers, majority of our attackers were injured at the end of the season. We had a tough season throughout the whole year. At one point, we were playing with Mikel Moreno as our striker at the end of the season. If you want to say, yeah, last season was poor, but to say he doesn't know how to do anything with attack is ridiculous. This man had an attack of Kai Havertz, Martinelli, and Saka at the top of the league, scoring 91 goals. The season before that, he had Jesus who available for half the season. He had Eddie Nketiah in the team. He had Saka and Martinelli help a team score 88 goals in the league. And you want to sit here and talk about, oh, he doesn't know how to coach attacks. Well, why the hell are we one of the top attacks in the league for the last 3 seasons before last? Why are we one of the top attacks in the last 2 seasons before the last?
Well, can you explain
somebody
to me
else teaching them how to attack?
When did Havertz scored 16 goals in a league season for us? Can you tell me the year?
Was it not the first season he arrived?
Look it up, because he never hit 16 goals.
I'm talking all comps.
About all competitions?
All comps.
Oh, all comps.
15. My apologies. He scored 15 the last year, and the season before that he scored 14. But he got 21 GA, and last season he got 19 GA. Even though he only played 36 games, he got 19 GA. Kai Havertz in the last 2 seasons for Arsenal compared to Chelsea, the best season he had 19 GA, which was the 2021-22 season. If we sit here and say that Kai Havertz has not been a better player since arriving at Arsenal, we're being dishonest.
Well, not really, because he actually scored for them in a final. When we've got to quarterfinals, where's this guy been? And really,
so why are we even speaking?
Let me land my point. You don't like to be interrupted.
No.
Let me land my point.
Based on that standard.
Asked me something. Let me land my point. You don't let me land my point. You don't let me land my point. You don't let me land my point. First of all,
but what trophies have they won of them?
Hold on, Tony, please. Let me land my point, please. First of all, this guy's scoring the same amount of goals as Jesus. It's a much of a muchness. He was supposed to be the upgrade to Jesus, and he's putting up the same numbers. So it's not an upgrade, is it? Statistically. Second of all, where's this guy turning up for us? At least in quarterfinals. If this guy's supposed to be the upgrade to Jesus when we bought him, why ain't he turning up in quarterfinals? Why ain't he turning up in the big games like that? Because surely that's why we bought him and put him as the highest earner at the club. When you're the highest earner at the club, you're supposed to be the upgrade to the previous striker. I'm expecting more, but I'm seeing the same numbers. So what are you talking about here about upgrade and he's made him better? He's made him maybe slightly better, but that's what you're gassing it on. Then why do we need Gyökeres then? If he's so great and he's improved so much, why do we need Gyökeres? Because I remember when you guys were defending this guy, you lot were telling us it's not about goal scoring, it's about everything else that he does. The heat map, the link-up play, the way he brings players into the team. But then you wanted Gyökeres. So this is the thing that we get onto about Igal, because you hype up players about things away from their actual position. And then we're like, where's the goals? It's not about the goals. It's about how he links up. When we criticize Zinchenko, it's not about what Zinchenko does defensively. It's about how he inverts and how he links up with other teams and other players. That's what you guys said about Zinchenko. Don't be dishonest. And then you, man, are more than happy to get rid of Zinchenko. Every single time. Nketiah, it's same. It goes back down to Nketiah in the room. Oh, Nketiah in the room. 10 games to go. Look, he's scoring now. Look at him doing all of this. And then it came to the end of the season. We were supposed to get top 4. Spurs got it ahead of us. What I'm saying to you is every single time a player don't see your narrative, it doesn't fit. You guys start talking about things outside of their position, which is secondary. Then you want a left back that can defend after trying to sell me Zinchenko. You want a goal scorer after telling me it's not about goal scoring. Havertz offers more. And if you don't know what Havertz brings to football, you don't understand ball. Make that make sense. You man be gassing these players up. When we got Fabio Vieira, and I was one of the first ones to say Fabio Vieira ain't shit. And I watched that league. He's one of the best ballers in Portugal. You don't watch the Portuguese league. You don't watch it. When you man told us it's a youth project, now that we got youngsters that we want to use, but you can't be starting Ethan yet. You can't be starting Diamond yet. But you man were happy to start Skelly every game last season when he was available. This is what we're talking about. This is the same fan base, yeah, that we're saying, We don't want Raya. When Raya was here, we didn't want Raya. We got Ramsdale. Ramsdale's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Why don't you lot keep talking about Martinez? Later on, you man now gassing up Raya. Oh, Raya's a good goalkeeper. He's a good shot stopper. He's good. I've seen 6 years of this fan base gassing up so many players at this club and going backwards. Martinelli, I am not giving him any rest because man was telling me that Martinelli's a baller. He's up there with Saka. Oh, the youth project is going to be Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. That guy has been horrendous, bro. Jesus, oh, look at the way he links up play. I told man, you man had no love for Giroud. Giroud is 10 times a striker of Jesus, bro. 10 times a striker, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But these men didn't give no love to Giroud, bro. Oh, Giroud's overrated. You man were hyping up Jesus.
When we were challenging, when we were trying to challenge for a league, when we were trying to challenge for a league with Ozo, and this guy was missing goals left, right, and center. When we were trying to challenge for stuff and try to win stuff, and he was out here going blank for 20 games. You're not going to talk about that? Come on, bro.
Giroud's a scrub.
Northside, I'm not going to lie to you. We're having a dishonest conversation here. You guys are not being fair. You guys are not. Because when I bring a point, you just say, oh, what trophies did they win? So why are we even speaking about any Arsenal players? If all you're going to say is what trophies did they win?
That's not what I said, though.
No, that's what he said. That's what you said. You both.
No, I didn't.
You
no,
both
I didn't.
brought
no,
up.
I didn't.
No. You started bringing up shit that's not relevant to me. I don't ignore. I don't.
You
cut you
asked
off.
about
In this
improvement
stream
of Havertz.
alone, you have said when I brought up Havertz.
I never said that.
You said what trophy?
No, you asked about improvement of Havertz, and I said to you, where has he improved Havertz? Because Havertz turned up in a final for Chelsea, which he hasn't even turned up for us in a quarter-final, was my point.
By the way, he was injured last season, so he wasn't able to turn up in that final.
I said, this guy is putting up the same numbers as the previous guy that he's supposed to be holding on the bench, which is 14, 15 goals a season. We already had that by the previous. How is that an upgrade? How is that an upgrade?
And this is what's not fair. This is what's not fair.
Use statistics. Use your brain. When a player is underperforming for multiple months, their club doesn't even want them anymore. They come to a new club. They perform statistically their best numbers in the Premier League while they're in the Premier League, and their best numbers across all competitions while they've been in England. And you sit there and say, well, oh, how has he performed better? Because he scored in a Champions League final. Well, just because he scored in the Champions League final for Chelsea, does that mean everything he does after that, if he doesn't win a trophy, is shit?
I told you 2 examples. You're trying to cling on to one, so that's what you want to do, isn't it?
No, but that's what you always do. You've mentioned 20 things about other fans saying things that I haven't even said. And do I care? No, because
you've been backing a lot of what I just said. Yes, you did, Igal.
What you've said is you've crossed the line. You've crossed the line where you've now basically said every single player in this team is shit until they win a trophy. So Gyökeres, it doesn't matter what he does. Gyökeres could bag 20 goals for Arsenal. Gyökeres could bag 20 goals for Arsenal.
When did I say every player is shit?
You brought up the Chelsea point. You brought